Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room, Whiskey Wednesday night. Hope everyone's doing well, having a great time. Um, we are having ourselves a little bit of a blend contest tonight. If you guys saw the thumbnail, we are taking me and three friends from Hello Again Whiskey Friends. So Jeff, Durell, and Kelsey. I was just on their channel, and we were blending Rare Breed from Wild Turkey, Old Forester 100 Signature, Woodford Reserve Double Oaked, and Maker's 46. And basically what we're doing is trying to come up with the best blend. We're going to take our favorite blends, put them in a blind head-to-head, and see which one wins out. So let me welcome in all you folks in here tonight. Let's see what's going on. Let me turn that off. You know who I am. What is going on, folks? Yes, nice to see you. Another Whiskey Wednesday night. James SoCal in the house. This should be informative. I blend a lot of stuff. Warren Smith, Honest Charlie. This blend tastes oaky. Well, I think that's the real trick. We have to see if we can do it in a way that's not overly oaky. Saucy Shane in the house. What's going on, man? Brian Toner is here. Brando12198 in the house. Dave Markowski, Russ L, James Lay. What's going on, man? WJK is here. What's going on, Kavanaugh? How you doing, buddy? GW Gamel's in the house. M&J by a mile, not even close. That's what we do, man. William Wiley is here. What's going on? Jeff Perkins. Let's see. James Lay said hi to. Devin Behrens. Kristen M. No whiskey for me. I do recover from a little birthday knee surgery, so I'm relying on the drugs, says Kristen. Well, speedy recovery, Kristen. Hope you're feeling a little bit better. Let's see here. Dunny's in the house. Cheers, Jason and friends. Outside the stars here. It's Whiskey Wednesday. Doug H. Roy R. does cocktails. Mike Franklin. The reigning blend getting champion is here. Eric Sawyer. Ben Drammond is here. Robert Moore. T. Jarrett. Tyler S. Smith. Jerry Black's in the house. Eric Desmaris is here. What's going on? Kenneth Rathburn as well. Rick Flair's hair is here. Well, that's just, I'm honored, to be honest. I mean, that's insane. Chris Buzalencia from Biloxi's here. Fancy friggin' Franchi. That's right, I added the friggin'. Okay, I need to know your blend at the Mash and Drum. I'm not saying it yet. Oh, crap. We got our first super chat of the night. Garrett Brenneman with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Garrett. Says, have a chance to buy Foregate, Port Perry, Kelvin 5, and Bluegrass Trilogy 3, all for less than MSRP. Do you have a recommendation for one or all three? You know what? The Foregate Port Perry and the Kelvin 5 for sure. The Bluegrass Trilogy, I didn't think they were as impressive for the price. But those first two, dude, if you grab those two, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see. More people coming in. Keith Tomlin says, love this idea. And yeah, what we're trying to promote here, guys, is also for you watching to, chances are most of us have all these bottles. We have all four of these. So we have Maker's 46, we have the Double Oak, the Old Forester 100, the Rare Breed. If you have these four bottles, blend with us at home. See if you can come up with a blend that's even better than ours. We're still going to go through some of the news stories tonight. We're still going to go through some of the other stuff that's hit the Whiskey Verse. I'm actually going to give you my thoughts on this thing tonight, on the newest Maker's Mark. I finally was able to secure a bottle of this. Going to give my first impressions tonight, right here live, and just have a good time. Again, I'm going to have Jeff on, Durell, and Kelsey from Hello Again Whiskey Friends, who we're doing the competition together. So it's going to be a good time. I'll make that 4 favorite pour, says Whiskey Juice. I don't own any of these, says Kenneth. Damn, Kenneth, you bougie. I think Nancy Fraley jumped in the chat too. Whiskey Blend of Fraley, I think, is in the house as well. Of course, she's here for the blend competition, which is amazing. What else is going on? Oh, there she is. There's Whiskey Blend of Fraley. Nice to see you. Let's see here. Jason, I recently picked up a couple bottles of K. Looked at you recently. One was 100 and the other was 115.9 proof, says Michael Hoffer. Yeah, the cask strength one is the one that I went crazy for. If it's batch 4 of the gray label, then dude, you got yourself a hitter right there. Black Bourbon Families in the house has heard BEP is just okay to Mash and Drum. Jason and Brandy, nice to see you. Should I sing it for you? Raise your drinks up casually. I always gotta drink. I always gotta sing that when they're here. Love you guys. Hope you're doing well. I've heard the same, Jason and Brandy. So, but I want to taste test it myself. Not really. I just bought a Kentucky Spirit and a Baker's. Oh, all right. I see that. Adam Dorman's here. Ric Flair's hair asks, what type of bottle would you recommend to put a blend in, and what percentage if someone only has 3 of them? What type of bottle would you recommend to put a blend in, and what percentage if someone only has 3 of them? What type of bottle? I mean, I generally just use like an empty bottle. You know what the best like blending bottle is? It's the Old Fitz decanter bottle. I have one upstairs. I have the I'll just kind of work on some blends and throw them in there, which is pretty cool. I generally will, I actually work with this stuff, to be honest. I utilize like graduated cylinders to measure everything out. And then once I have, I work in 20 milliliter increments, and then I'll just scale it up once I have those measurements down. So, and then we go from there. Blending to empty yellow corn bottles only. Baker's was so good to me. Like no Jim Beam nuttiness, but heavy cherry. I'm impressed with it. Yeah, some of the newer Baker 7s that I have been absolutely fantastic. I think that's a bottle I'm going to revisit soon on a review. I thought I had all 4 bottles, but I'm missing the 46, so I can't play along. Says Deathless Dogs. Stein Grabber 32 says, big Wild Turkey fan. I'm right there with you, man. I'm using a Blanton's for my first cast strength Infinity blend. Okay, nice. Oh, a Blanton's bottle. That's cool. Hey, Blanton's bottle is, I mean, it's a beautiful bottle. So I think it's great for blending as well. No content available. Do a shoey show. I don't know what that is. Keith Thompson, making a blended drink right now versus in 2 months. Have a stack it differently, I would think. One of my mini mistakes from last year is blend again. Yeah, Keith, I mean, they change, man. They do change. Hey, what's up? My bourbon journey is here. My brother from another mother. How you doing, Scotty? Finally picked up a Henry McKenna 10 today. Excited to see what the hype's about. Zach, tread lightly, because those single barrels are either really good or really not great. I don't really think I've had one that's in between. They're either really damn good or really off. But that's what you get with a single barrel. Yeah, also with bottles, I think if you could find like a decanter style bottle, like the IW Harper 15, the Old Fitz style bottle, I think, what's a kind of an underrated pretty bottle that I think that's really good to use for blends is the Sazerac rye bottle. I think it's a really unique shape. It's really cool looking. I think I like to do blends in that bottle as well. So the Sazerac rye bottle, I think, is a nice one to do a blend in. Trying to look around what else. Even the Sagamore bottles are beautiful. Could use that. Yeah, if you don't have the Old Fitz is not, that easy to get. So, all right. So what I'm going to do here, Wise Guy says, missed the first half. Well, Wise Guy, we just, so all 4 of us, we just kind of did our blends, and we basically had to narrow it down. So basically what I did here is I have 4 blends that I made. Now, all these blends are a combination of these 4 bottles. Let me see if I could squeeze the 46 in there. So I'm going to kind of taste through these one more time. I think I submitted my blend, but I definitely want to make sure here. Yeah, the Saz bottle is a good one too. Mellow Corn, whoops, but I agree. Sazerac is a nice bottle to reuse. Yeah, totally. One of the most beautiful bottles on earth, I think, is any of the Master's Keeps bottles. So I tend to save mine because I like doing blends in the Master's Keeps bottles. The last one that I finished was the Cornerstone Rye. And that one is just like ready for me to do a blend in. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. Oh yeah, Smoke Wagon's a good one too. Smoke Wagon's a good bottle to do. The Remus. I mean, there's so many beautiful bottle designs these days. You could have your pick. So this was the one that I chose. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. These are my 5 blends. So I did 5, and I'm gonna taste through them real quick before I do my final blend submission. But before that, let's get into this Makers, because I've been dying to taste this bottle. because I've heard so much mixed stuff about it. I did try this quickly when I was in Kentucky, but I was also drinking a bunch of other stuff, so I really couldn't get a good impression. Do any of you guys do this when you open a new bottle? Do you kind of flip it, let the bottom kind of hit the top a little bit? Anybody do that? I don't think it makes a difference, but I feel like in my head it does. Anybody do that? I'm just curious. All right. So this is the Maker's Mark BEP, the last wood finishing series we will ever see. I'm still upset they never did the R2D2, but here it is. So this comes in at 54.8% ABV, 109.6 proof. So it's got a nice proof point to it. So let's see here. This is a showcase. So BEP stands for barrel entry proof. That's what they were really showcasing on this one. They went into the barrel at 110. We go in at this lower proof to achieve the one-of-a-kind taste profile Bill Samuels established in 1953. To celebrate our special 110 entry proof, we've created an expression that features even more of what you get from a lower entry proof, more wood sugars, more barrel characteristics, and ultimately a more flavorful sip. Now, there are tasting notes on here. I don't really want to look at those, but we'll see what we get here. I flipped on it. I do. Drifting Gem says, I do. It makes me feel better. Oh, I'm definitely going to take that advice. Oh, Nancy's giving out advice. So get your, let's see, blend your sweet vanilla and caramel bourbons as the base. Next, add a small component more spice and aromatic intensity, followed by 1 to 5% of a very intense component. So, Nancy, I followed that rule for one of the blends. So we'll see which one wins out here for me. That is that beautiful pyramid blend right there. BEP is my favorite of all the wood series. No flippy dippy on the suds. Let's see. There are 2 BEPs. Let's see. I wish I would see a BEP in Michigan. All right. Let's dive into this one, guys, before we get into the blending contest and before the fellows join us. So on the nose, pretty typical Makers. It's very sweet. You definitely get the sweet vanilla. I think those wood sugars that they talk about are there, but they generally are there with Makers. I don't really see this as anything, out of the ordinary for sure. Eddie D says, I flip my bottles bourbon junkie style. It regularly ends in disaster. Well, yeah, you're taking your bottles into a life of their own when you do that. All right, as this opens up, I think a little bit more caramel, starts coming out here. Hey, what's up, Joseph Brazzers? Shauna Marie D's in the house. What's going on, Shauna? I'm sorry I say it like that. I don't know why I say Shauna Marie D. I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, decent nose, sweet. I will say this about this. I don't get those wheat, the wheat grain forward notes that I normally get with Makers. So I think that's a plus, but nothing on this is really blowing me away here. What's up, Tom Harper? All right, let's give it a go. It is sweet. I'll give it that. I mean, this is as bourbon as bourbon gets. It's very vanilla forward. This is a lot of vanilla to me. A lot of vanilla and caramel. Almost ice cream like a vanilla bean ice cream with a little bit of caramel syrup. It's got a little bit of spice. But this is very sweet to me. Maybe because I'm coming off these blends that I've been sipping. These just aren't as sweet compared to this. So having this after these, it's really Really getting a lot of. I mean, the vanilla on here is insane. It's a lot of vanilla. I mean, like baking vanilla extract. Oh yeah, somebody say yeah, vanilla extract. Yeah, it is very sweet. Do you like the BEP better than the BRT from last year? So far, yes. I was not crazy about the BRTs. I think my favorite makers, and I'm gonna have to do this in a video. I'm gonna have to do all the makers blind, see which one I like more. From what I remember, I think my favorite was either the one of the FAEs or that PR5 dash S times SE6 or whatever the hell it was. You guys remember that one? Or SE4 times PR5? I think that one or one of the FAEs has kind of been my favorite. This, although it's good, there's nothing really like groundbreaking here that I would feel like, oh, this is this is super innovative or something that's different and unique. I just think it's a sweeter, less wheat forward Maker's Mark. Maker's Mark 46 cast of the bed. You mean the license plate? Yeah, I think the license plate one. Yeah. Kenneth Rathburn says that one is the GOAT. Didn't Matt Porter say that Maker's Mark is just random license plate numbers? Well, they all have yeah, right. I mean, yeah. If everyone's gonna say that's Matt, but honestly, I think the they name them after all these a specific technique that they do. Normally, it's after the wood state finishes that they're doing. This is just solely based on barrel entry proof, which I mean, this isn't anything we haven't seen before. I mean, even when you talk about Mictors, you talk about Peerless. I mean, those guys are going in the barrel at sub 105. So to go in at 110. That was my thing with the Woodford Reserve, the historic barrel entry proof going in, lower than normal. I mean, Mictors and Peerless, I mean, they've been, even Wilderness Trail, I mean, all of them are going in at a super low entry proof. So it's not like anything you have to search around for to try and find, something that's super unique. People, historic entry barrel proofs are out there. So there's no reason to, pay extra for it. They should come with registration and proof of insurance, says ADHD Whiskey. Speaking of ADHD Whiskey, this Friday, I don't know how it happened this year, guys, but I am one of the 4 semifinalists. Going to be going up against Dan Shook from Bourbon Junkies, Chad Perkins from It's Bourbon Night, and also David from Shelf Turds, or I should say whiskeychannel.com. All 4 of us going head to head in a whiskey battle royal. Basically, I think this is a great idea on Matt's part. So basically, all 4 of us we're gonna have the same, blind tasting, and the top 2 scores make it to the finals to see who's crowned the champion. So I am super excited this Friday. I'm gonna stay with my tried and true with my strategy. I'm not going to be in my whiskey room. I think I'm going to be at my girlfriend's house again, like I was last week, to try and just, be away from everything around me. And I feel like that helps me focus more on the whiskey. And that strategy has been working for me this year. So I'm going to stay with it, and we'll see how we do. So really appreciate that. So definitely tune in this Friday night if you can. It's going to be a fun time. No content available. $2. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. $10 says you win. Says no content available. All right. Appreciate that, man. I hope. Royal, not Royale. I'm sorry. Did I say Royal? Royale. Royale with cheese. All the big hitters in Matt Madness Final 4. If that rare breed gets any closer or I can reach it, you might not see it again. I'm betting a Jack 12 on you. Are you serious? People are betting bottles on this? Oh, my God. Well, we'll see what happens. I've been riding a little bit of a hot streak the last 6 months. So I need to, I just got to stay even keel, just kind of do what just keep doing what I'm doing. So, and we'll see how it goes. Be sure to take a nice tequila to the girl. Well, it won't be Cinco de Mayo anymore. So Yeah, Maddie, if you have any special requests that we're going to have to do before we do the blind tasting, please let me know now. Thank you so much, Patrick Cohn. Hope you're feeling good, man. Whiskey Blender Fraley says the super low entry proofs pull out a lot of the water-soluble caramelized sugar out, but the maturation conditions also have a huge influence on how it matures or doesn't mature. Yeah, totally. I think, those, what do you call them? The word is escaping me right now. Yeah, the water that breaks down, that Nancy's talking about, it just breaks down more of the astringencies that you get with a foolproof whiskey going in the barrel at like 125. So it definitely helps it get sweeter, but again, it's all about the maturation. All about the maturation. Actually, I have a quick question for Nancy, since I am sipping this new Maker's Mark. Nancy, in your opinion, do wheated bourbons do better with lower entry proof just off the bat? Like, if you were going to distill your own wheated bourbon or wheat whiskey, whatever it may be, would your first inclination to go in the barrel be at a lower entry proof off the bat? Because, I don't know, I find like the wheaters that I like generally are at a lower entry proof, the ones that actually tell you. So I'm just curious what your opinion is on that, Nancy. If you could be so kind to let us know. Let's see here. Not betting anything on you, Jay. Not with your track record. My track record? I don't have a track record. My track record the last couple of years was out in the first round. So you have to figure out what my track record is going to be as we go into the further rounds. So now if you're betting on me or not betting on me based on the 2 previous years, I totally get it. I stunk it up. Good to see you too, Cool Running. I just want to reach for that WT12 sitting back there behind you on your barrel. Oh yeah, the Wild Turkey. I just got 2 more backups of those. I couldn't say no to those. So all right, so real quick, the Maker's BEP barrel entry. Oh, that's the 46. Here's the BEP. Kind of the final, not the final verdict, but I will say this. It's a lot sweeter than your normal Maker's Mark, I think, at least coming off the blends that I've been doing. It's a lot more vanilla extract forward. I think exactly what they say is there. I think what they tell you, actually, if you look on the front of the barrel, it says an expression with prominent wood sugars, bringing forth strong notes of vanilla, yes, caramel, and sweet spice. That's basically what it is. It's nothing, if you're looking for something different, then I feel like the previous Maker's Mark wood finishing series did that. Not so much this one. This is just a sweeter, less weedy version of Maker's Mark. So there you go. I would never send Blue Run or Blanton's. Thank you, dude. Please don't ever send. That's what was worrying me, dude, to be honest. Like, you were going to put Blue Run in there. And if you threw Blue Run or Blanton's in a blind, just knock me out now, because I would not know what it is because I don't drink that shit. All right. That's right. I did win the Scotch Small Whiskey Society Championship. So I still feel like I'm riding that wave right now. So hopefully I could keep it up. So to be fair, Jason started as a historian before becoming a critic. I'm still a historian. I still like the historians. Still like the historical context. All right. So here are my 5 blends. I think I sent Jeffrey my submission, but I'm gonna hold off on that, Jeff. I don't know if you put it in there yet, but what I want to do is just taste through these one more time, since we have a little time here, to make sure the blend I want is the one I'm going to submit. So, oh wait, real quick answer to my question. Yes, says Nancy Fraley. Wheated bourbons in general do better with a lower entry proof, but again, the entry proof will depend upon where it is aged. Colder climate, slightly higher entry proof. Warmer equals lower. There you go. Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, we're down to 3. Oh, Matt, man, if you throw a Blue Run in there, just knock me out now. All right, guys, let's bring in tonight's special guest. If you do not know them quite yet, this is the channel Hello Again Whiskey Friends. They're coming on the channel for the first time, so everyone give them a nice warm welcome. We have Jeffrey, we have Durell, and we have Kelsey. You guys Most in the chat, you probably know these guys, but they've become really good friends of mine. And this was a great idea to do to do this blending competition. You know, I knocked Jeff out in Madness, and I also beat him on another blind we did. So I think he just keeps coming up with shit to try to beat me at something. So let's bring him on. What's going on, guys? We have Jeff, we have Durell, and we have.
What's up, man?
I'm gonna win eventually here.
What's that?
With enough tries, I'm gonna win eventually.
Oh, you're definitely gonna win. You're gonna win eventually. If you're not gonna beat me, you're gonna beat somebody at something.
Eventually.
Even your wife beat you at a blending contest not too long ago. So we'll see.
That is true as well. She is cracking up laughing over here.
He's going down. All right, guys. So hello again, whiskey friends. So how are you guys working out your blends? You doing all right?
Yeah, I got one more to make. All right, one more to make.
We're good. We're final. Now
So
I will say
I'm sticking with my 5 that I made, and I'm just gonna taste through them real quick again, Jeff. Jeff, I don't know if you saw the message I sent you with that blend. Don't pay attention to that one yet.
I made your blend.
Yeah.
Already. So if you change it, I will make the second one, but I will still put this in the blind. And if I rank this one first, I will then make fun of you for it.
Yeah,
now,
that's right. I'm gonna have to get I'm gonna have to get myself a Thanos glove. You couldn't live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
That's a good one.
So earlier here, Jason and Kelsey have like this whole science kit with all these beakers and all these precise tools. And then Durell and I realized that we do not have like the tools to make something in mass that we need. So we raided the kids' medicine cabinet, and I started pulling out all of the.
Look at that! You guys just stealing the Tussin. You stealing the Tussin measuring cup?
That's right. If it's good enough for Tylenol, it's good enough for me right now.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
But I do have all 4 mixed and blended. And tell you what, they're all about the same color, despite the difference in all the proportions. So I have that spreadsheet, Jason. I guess I'll wait for yours, and then we can share that spreadsheet.
I'm just gonna taste some real quick, real fast through again here.
He's just scared because mine is so close to his, and now he's afraid that I'm gonna beat him. That's what it is.
Right? He was calling me out for being a cheater earlier. Listen to this guy.
What's up with this?
Is mine close to Kelsey's?
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah,
know.
it's like almost identical measurements, except for like you're 11 milliliters of Wild Turkey, I'm 10. You're 4 milliliters of Old Foe, I'm 5. Then 3 of Maker's Mark, I'm 2, and then Woodford is 2, and I'm 3 on Woodford. So it's like super close as far as ratios.
Oh man, I 2-part Tussin, 2 parts Swipe.
If you get some medicinal cherry, you didn't rinse that enough, Jeff.
Tell you what, though, these colors, the ratios are all a little different, but they all look pretty darn similar.
All right, I think I got all mine poured.
Almost there.
Definitely not. You're out.
So I do have a spreadsheet, everybody. If you're following along in the chat, you like to make these yourself, we'll give you the proportions here shortly.
Yeah.
Again, guys, so tonight we are blending Wild Turkey Rare Breed with Old Forester Signature 100 with Woodford Double Oaked and Maker's Mark 46. You had to use all 4 of these bottles in the blend tonight, different proportions, whatever you wanted to do. And best blend takes it.
All right. I'm mixing my glasses up. I've got them all made.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to make them. So while I'm making them, we'll go through some of the news stories here tonight with you guys. Oh man, let me go back to that one's pretty good.
All right.
I think I have a new favorite, man.
Well, I already made yours. Too bad. You're past the point. You can't make another one.
God, you guys made them so fast. What the hell?
Yeah, you have to go with the original. Original.
That's the precision of the tools that I'm using. It allows for efficiency.
I can't submit. Okay, you guys made them already. That sucks. All right.
No,
my
you
fourth,
can change
my,
it. You can change it.
my fourth blend, I'm actually pretty proud of. I came in with this.
If you want something different, Jason, I'll blend another one.
Whiskey Butterfish says that Kelsey, a non-whiskey question, thought that is a gorgeous Strat you have on the wall. Nice dark rosewood fretboard too. Can you PM me about it? As you know, I'm a guitar nut.
Absolutely, Nancy. I will definitely PM you about it because I've had it since I was 14 years old. So it is a very special guitar. Very cool stuff on the inside of it too. That's a little bit different than a normal Strat. So definitely will give you the specs.
All right,
and talk to you about it.
I'm going with this blend.
Which one?
My number 4 blend. That's the one that's been sitting, and I think it's great.
So is that the one that you already sent to me, or is that a different one?
It's a different one.
All right.
All right. There goes that glass. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna keep it in a damn blind anyway. I'm curious.
That's what I said, Durell. I was like, I'm gonna do it anyway, and that way.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep that one. I'll keep the first one in the blind. I mean, why not? I'll keep it in there. Watch it end up being the best, but whatever. All right, Jeff, I'm gonna send you the proportions for this one that I love. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right.
This one.
And then you got the link to the spreadsheet. Let me know if you want me to send that to you again, if you'd like to pin that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pin that in the comments. I actually have it here. Let me throw it in there.
No, I'll just use this glasses. The unmarked will be his last one.
All right, so let me throw this in the chat here, guys. So I'm gonna pin the spreadsheet in the chat, so you guys, if you want to take a look at it, you can see what we got there.
Be here. Okay.
Oh, wait. I did not put that in there. Let's see.
Let's see here. All right. So I have to make these now.
Yeah, you got to make ours.
Yep, you got to make them now.
Oh, this is a lot of work.
That's what we've been doing for the last 15 minutes.
A lot of work, man. Just saying, it's a lot of work, guys.
Right. Hey, when you make those, use the middle number as what you're doing milliliters.
Well, I'll wait for. I can't update that thing. It's on view only, so I'll wait for Jeff to update that spreadsheet.
It's updated. Just move to the right.
I updated it. There's a Jason redo row.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it. All right.
All right. So that was Jeff's. All right.
Now we get to see Jason's thought process, though, because he went from a very predominant rare breed, and then he started doubling down on the Woodford double oak.
What
What
would a new
So
race
I will actually tell you why. I don't know what happened, but while these glasses were sitting here, as I was doing my intro and everything, that blend, the one I just submitted, it ended up being really nice. I mean, I don't think it punches as hard as the first one, but it's got this finish to it. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it does in the blind. So
we'll see how it does.
We'll
that
see how
was
it
the thing,
does.
though, I liked about this combination.
Sounds like what I was battling with between my two.
All right, guys. So while I'm making these, let's go through a little bit of some news stories here, because I always love getting you guys, some feedback on some of the news stories that are out there, and we'll kind of dive into these. And I still want to keep the audience informed about what's going on, obviously. And I think the one of the main kind of let me pull this up here. So the first bit of news here, and I think we all kind of saw this coming, was that Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye has added the collection, officially. So obviously this these started trickling out into the market. I tried one a couple weeks ago. I wasn't that crazy about it, but just this week, Jack Daniel's unveiled the newest whiskey, the single barrel collection, the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. It's officially part of a regular release series, just like their regular barrel proof. 70% rye, 18% corn, and 12% malted barley. It's available between 125 and 145 proof. These are going to be about $60 across the U.S. And I think this is one of those things where people heard about this, they started going crazy, and basically started overpaying for these bottles because everybody thought it was. I think a lot of people thought it was like a new limited release. Did any of you guys happen to get any of those or no?
No, I didn't.
I've tasted 3 different ones. They're not mine. I have 3 different friends, or 2 different friends that have one has a hazmat, one has a non-hazmat, and the other one has the same hazmat barrel. And the hazmat was way different than the non-haz. The hazmat was way better.
Yeah.
On that to me.
I do got a sample. I just haven't got into it yet. And that's a hazmat one as well.
Haven't gotten into it yet either, so I haven't seen one yet. Now, are the ages on those similar to the special release, or is the special release older that came out 2 years ago?
I believe it's older.
I think the special release is older, to be honest, but I guess we'll have to see.
We also did a side-by-side last night, a couple of guys hanging out of those 2 together, the hazmat, new rye, and then the special release rye, and we picked the new hazmat over the special release rye, which was surprising to me. So I think it all depends on proof point. It seems like with those and how they're going to be different. So
I think it's as people like went and tried to scoop those up because they thought it was I don't know, another limited release, or we weren't going to see them again. Just one of those things where you can take the pulse of the whiskey community, and I think there's a lot of excitement for those Jack Daniel's barrel proof single barrel ryes. And now that it's a regular release, it's like I think we're getting a lot more variation. Obviously, I tried mine a couple weeks ago and I did not like it at all. Jack Daniel's did send me a media sample of a single barrel rye, so I'm curious to do the
side by side.
Yeah, to compare and see if the one they sent me is wildly better than the one that I got. Because I think some of these single barrels are going to be really different, which,
yeah,
I mean, that's the essence of a single barrel, but I just feel like, that Jack Daniel's rye built up so much equity. I think people really were, ready to see how good that thing could be. So
I agree. I think that the special release rye that I've tasted 4 different ones of those, and those were such hitters that whenever they said they were going to do a barrel proof release of it, I think we all thought it was going to be similar to that, and got how hyped up about it as well, myself included. As well as the American single malt that was double. They've just been coming out with hitter after hitter after hitter on their special releases. So I think that that's part of the excitement about it, is that they're really moving in a really cool direction as far as what they're releasing limited edition wise. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm still hyped though. If they do any barrel pick programs on those ryes, I mean, have those been picks or have those just been single barrels that you guys are saying?
Just single barrels, but picks. They announced the picks not that long ago, so you will, if you do have a group, you will be able to do a pick of that, which I think just makes it that much cooler.
Which was essentially what the special release was, right? Like the special release was someone going through the rick house and doing picks. So
yeah, basically,
that potential's out there. It's just going to be a matter of trusting the people to taste through them.
It's just going to be a matter of time, matter of availability. I got an email saying these are available for selection. So I'm hoping that Mash and Journey Whiskey Club, we do get a chance to get one of those, but we'll see how it goes.
Nice.
All right, there is number 1. Okay, let's go to the next story here, guys, while we're making these, and we're going to talk about.
Real quick before we go to the next story, though, I had one other point.
Yep.
It took us a year and a half to get the Jack Daniel's rye release, which makes me think now we are approximately a year away from the single the single malt coming out in mass?
So I think there's supposed to be a 100 proof single malt coming out. I think.
Which really wouldn't be all that different, right? Because it's only 100 between 105 and 107 on that stuff, right?
Yeah, but probably not
Kevin,
sherry finished,
what was the
though.
one I tried? Where is that?
I'd be surprised if the wide release is sherry finished. I think that'll probably be the difference.
Where is that one that I tried? Let me look here real quick.
Clear some
Okay.
space.
But they got all the components ready because they've been making so much of the triple mash. So it's only a matter of time for the single malt to come out.
So the one I had that I tried here is 136.5.
But we're talking about the American single malt, right?
Yeah,
No. Yeah, Devin was asking me what the
Oh, okay.
one I tried was. Yeah, 136.5 is the one that I have, and it was not great. It was not great at all.
All right, so I'm just gonna
All right, next story here, guys. Let's talk about this one. Ezra 99. Ezra Brooks 99, which is a popular bourbon in the Ezra Brooks lineup, is now coming out with a rye whiskey variant. So Ezra Brooks is kicking it up a notch with a higher proof rye whiskey and bourbon cream that's going to be hitting the market soon. These are supposed to hit the shelves later this month. Straight rye whiskey undergoes the same process of charcoal filtering as the Ezra Brooks 99 proof Kentucky straight bourbon, which was launched in January 2021. This is the latest in the brand's continuation of releasing higher proof whiskeys such as Old Ezra, a limited 7-year-old rye whiskey that clocks in 114 and was released in early November. This is a 51% rye mash bill. Suggested retail price for this one. You guys want to take a guess of what the price this is going to be?
$30.
Pretty close. You're muted.
That's what I was going to say was $30. Yeah.
Even better, $24.99.
Yeah, you
Very
got to go
nice.
like Price is Right on this, Kelsey. You got to be like $29.99.
$1.
$24.99. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I gotta say,
It's pretty cheap.
anytime you get a good affordable, good affordable bourbon or good affordable whiskey in general, it's always good.
99 proof. Remember 99?
I want to say
banana?
that's pretty close to the price point of their bourbon that they released. That was the Ezra Brooks 99 as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
just
just
right around that.
Yeah.
I was thinking
20,
I was going a
25
little
bucks.
higher because it's rye. That was my thought process, but it's right
Yeah.
there. I still haven't tried that sample you sent me, Durell, of the 7-year Ezra Brook rye.
Oh shit! Really? Damn.
That's somewhere down in this cabinet.
That's been a long time. That was
I did-
alright. It wasn't bad.
I didn't prefer it. I thought it was, I don't know.
It was okay.
I'm not a big fan of the Ezra 7 bourbon either, so that's probably maybe the issue. I don't know.
The barrel proof you're not a fan of, Kelsey?
I'm not. I love it. Here's the thing. Like, I don't like to drink it neat. I love it in eggnog. It's like the best eggnog bourbon of all time because it has so much cinnamon in it. So that's where I like that.
Man, now you got me craving eggnog in May. Come on, wait till like
Now
November
you're
to talk about
even.
eggnog.
Now we're even. You are the one that got me on the hankering for eggnog when we were in November. So back at you.
Can't do the eggnog. Ooh. Not much. Actually,
I can't even buy eggnog in May. That's just mean, man. That's just mean.
I can buy eggnog. I'll send it to you. It'll already have bourbon in it, but I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny that they're releasing a bourbon cream, in May. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
you could drink that. I guess you could drink that all around, I guess.
I've been surprised about the amount of bourbon creams that are out there, though. So Ezra Brooks got them out there. Hard Truth has a bourbon cream now. They have like 3
Oh, do they?
bourbon creams. So there's like a dozen bourbon creams at Party Source that I haven't tried yet. And I'm like, darn it, I was pretty locked into Boone County. Now I got to try some other ones.
Yeah, the Boone County one's delicious, to be honest. I love that one.
That's my Sunday fun day pour right there. Get some coffee on a nice Sunday morning. Pour some bourbon cream in it.
There you go.
Yeah, these are pretty dark looking at them.
Yeah, all of them are pretty dark, man.
Yeah.
All right, Old Forester 1920 here. Everyone's got a cream at some point. God.
Now
I
I'm playing
think
the
that would
Prince
sound
song
like
in my
something
head.
Ben would say.
All right, let's go to the next news story here. Get some reactions from you guys. Here we go. Let's go to so I'm curious if you guys got to try these, what you think. Another round of the Redwood Empire cast strength series is hitting the market. Just based off of how well the last release did. So as you guys know, this is 3 bottles from the lineup, including the popular Redwood Empire Pipe Dream, the Emerald Giant, and then which is the rye whiskey, and then you have the Lost Monarch whiskey, which is the blend of the two. Do you guys get a chance to try those the first release around?
Yes.
I did.
And what'd you think?
I scored them very low.
Kelsey is not a fan of those, I would say.
I was
I'm on
very.
the other
Here's
end
the
of the spectrum. But
here's the problem. I think I had so much anticipation for the Lost Monarch cast drink because I think that the $30 version was really, really good boo rye for, an affordable boo rye that's good. And the cast drink just didn't do it for me. Like, I thought the rye was the best of the 3 by far, and I'm not a rye drinker, so none of them are bad whiskeys. They're good whiskeys, don't get me wrong, but it's just I think I had that hype built so much in my head, these were going to just like blow me away, that the price difference from $30 to $80 was not there in the value of what you're getting for me.
The one that I wanted to be amazing, which was the Lost Monarch, was not. It was probably my least of the 3, my least favorite of the 3.
I agree with you completely on that.
My favorite of the 3 was the rye.
Yep.
yeah, that's what Kelsey just said too. I gotta try the rye.
I mean, the rye I thought was really good. So
yeah, I'm gonna say go with that.
You know what I blame? I blame the 1% wheat.
You blame the 1% wheat. Okay.
You messed with those damn percentages and messed it up.
All right, let's go to the next story here. And this one is getting a lot of traction today. We touched on it on your stream earlier. And this was the release from Marianne Eaves, formerly of Castle and Key. And I will show the press release photo right here. This is the new Forbidden Bourbon, it's called. So just to be clear here, guys, I'm reading this. I'm going to read the press release quickly here. And you guys are going to be so blown away by the amount of marketing jargon that you're going to hear. It's just the title alone. The title alone of this bottle says Marianne Eaves reinvents Kentucky bourbon with the Forbidden debut. She's reinventing bourbon somehow. All right. I'll try to skip through here. Kentucky's first female master distiller, Marianne Eaves, the first bourbon made from white corn and white winter wheat, and comes after about 10 years of work by Eaves. She has carefully moderated every step of the development of forbidden and embraced techniques atypical of bourbon production, such as fermentation at a low temperature. Bourbon's roots place it firmly in the American South, and Forbidden represents a new take on this unique regional spirit. She says this license for doing things differently is key to her process. To be completely creative, I tend to do things that are a little bit forbidden, Eve said in a press release. So notes of vanilla and hazelnut inspired by the flavor and complexity of Southern cooking, and it has a distinct balance of light floral notes like citrus oil with a smooth, dark taste that is both warm and layered. This is going to be 95.2 proof, and I think the price of this is like $120, $130. I have a close up of the bottle here. I will say the bottle is pretty gorgeous. That's a beautiful looking bottle. I'll definitely give it that. So thoughts, immediate reactions. What are you guys' thoughts immediately? I'll start with Durell first on that release. What do you think, man?
I'm looking at I like the look of the bottle. As you said.
I like the look of the bottle. Says okay.
It's tough, like you mentioned, right? Reinventing bourbon, just using a couple new grains. Like everybody's doing it now. You got like, what is it? The winter wheats and like these malted, like what is the new riff? Oh, the sherry malted rye. Like people are just, implementing new grains into these whiskeys, and it's not like they're not recreating or creating something new. It's always been there. Granted, maybe is she the first one to do it? Maybe. I haven't really dived into it enough, but I get the verbiage. You know what I mean? And like you mentioned, like it's a marketing aspect, right? Like, oh, the first one, like, oh shoot, I want to be the first one to try the first one that's coming out. So it does help in terms of like marketing and from the business side of things, but I don't know. I guess that's why I'm not like, creating whiskey. It's definitely interesting. I would like to try it. I just don't want to pay buku bucks to get it, right?
Kelsey, what are your thoughts on it, bud?
I'm just afraid it's like you said. I love the bottle. I was all excited about Castle and Key's first release when it came out, and then I tasted it and felt like I was drinking orange cleaner and just was not impressed. So that's my fear, is that they're having to use so much marketing jargon and putting a $125 price point on it. I don't know. I just feel like it's another Sweetens Cove or something like that. That's a celebrity type of whiskey that isn't going to match up. I know that she's a distiller and blah, 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 but still, come on, reinvent bourbon, please. I think that there's way more interesting things and better whiskey at a much better price point that is going to appeal to people. Granted, it'll have, the right people saying it's this and it's that, probably in some whiskey magazine that's going to be press related, and
that's a good point. I'm sure it'll have some backing for sure.
It'll have backing 100%, and then I'm just, like I said, I'm just afraid it's going to be one of those. I'm not paying that. If somebody wants to pay $125 and send me a half an ounce sample so I can try it, I'm more than happy to pay for it. But I am not paying $125 for a bottle like that until I taste it. So,
all right, Jeff, you're up. What do you think?
I mean, despite the fact that the press release was written by Chat GPT, I do like the fact that they're going at some unique grains right off the bat. I mean, it is kind of a ballsy first release when you're kind of putting out a unique bash bill like that. We'll just see if it can bring it, because it's what, going to be 5 years old, $125. I mean, that part of it doesn't add up, but hey, I'm always going to be optimistic till I can't.
Matt said my first whiskey release is going to be called Taburai, and it will come in a leather case with a flogger. Oh, there's absolutely nothing in those tasting notes that would make me want to spend time with this, with all the buzzword gobbledygook. I'm surprised it doesn't have a butterfly on it. Yeah, I mean, it's very Blue Run-esque. Any of you guys have infinity bottles? That's a good question. We can get to that in a little bit. I feel she has gotten pretentious. So this is kind of the thing. Like, I don't know what you guys consider it, but she was highlighted in the movie Neat, which is one of the best like bourbon movies ever. And then on top of that, then she leaves Castle and Key. She was kind of seen as like this up and coming, innovative, and then she kind of left Castle and Key and then started, doing her own thing. You have to sign up. She has like that blend kit that you can order. It's $1,000 to get like samples from like craft distilleries. I don't understand that. I mean, it's a very beautiful package that you get. It's very well put together. It's presented extremely well, but $1,000 to get into that program. Then she's, doing the Sweetens Cove stuff, which again, surrounded by celebrities using Dickel. That's way too high of a price. And now we're seeing this bottle. None of those tasting notes to me seem like they're going to be anything that I'm going to like love. It sounds very soft, very easy, white corn, Then you have the white winter wheats or whatever. It just seems like it's going to be extremely soft, extremely easy. The proof is low. This is I think right at the drinker that doesn't know much about the whiskey that's out there. It's all about the marketing and the bottle and what it's going to sell. And I have a real issue with them saying it's reinventing bourbon. Nobody's reinventing whiskey. Back in the 1800s when people were doing it and distilling, that was innovative, not reinventing. And then as we go along here's my historian part of it that comes into it. As we go through history and you see it, nobody ever really reinvented bourbon. They just made it better as it went along. It became more of an elegant spirit, more of a controlled spirit that we could see exactly where in the processes that things happen. The barrel, the entry proof, the fermentation, different grains, everything that goes on within that. And people have been doing that for years. So the whole reinventing bourbon because you're using two different grains, that pisses me off. It's like, okay, this is like the Blue Run marketing that pissed me off before this. It's just like the same shit where it's like Blue Run says they're reinventing the game. I'm like, you're sourcing whiskey and charging $200 for it in a pretty bottle. Like, you're not reinventing anything. You're reinventing price points. I'll give you that.
Yep.
You know
totally
what I mean?
right there with you.
What are you doing? Like, Blue Run to me is doing nothing innovative except doing really nice bottle designs. That's for sure. They got beautiful bottles. All right, rant over.
It did work. It did work for Blue Run in the long run, though.
It is. It's still working for them. I mean, I get it, but I still think, I don't know. There's nothing about their whiskey to me that is interesting. It's just, I hope these blends that come out are, change my mind, but there's nothing to me about what they're doing is innovative. They're releasing 25 single barrels at once with clever marketing on it and hope that people scoop it up in a fancy box for $250 a pop. That doesn't seem innovative to me. That's money grab.
Jason, my mother loved the 10 bottles for Mother's Day that I gave her. She loved all of them.
Dude, I'm going to kick your ass off my stream right now.
I mean, she doesn't drink bourbon, but she liked the butterflies,
Oh, man. I think what Blue Run's doing in marketing is innovative, and that I actually, well, they probably won't let me into their distillery, but I can't wait to see it.
They probably have your picture posted at the front. It says, "Do not allow this man in."
Oh, they definitely have my picture
on the
up.
security desk. Do not allow this.
They definitely have my picture up.
It's like the casino blacklist.
Yep.
Yeah, if I walk in there, I'm gonna get tackled by the biggest security guard in the world. I'm dead.
Trev, I have to agree with Trev. Trev was asking about the bottle design being that great. I don't think Blue Run's bottle design is that great to begin with. I mean,
obviously that's subjective, but a lot of people do love the bottle design.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I mean, Jason's a sneakerhead, so of course he likes the bottle design of Blue Run.
Yeah, I should like it, but I don't.
I thought it was all right looking.
It's all right.
Yeah.
All right, so I just did that. All right, I have one thing left to do for Jeff's blend, and then I am all caught up.
All right, get those proportions just right here. Don't slack on me on the precision.
I'm trying to, man. Shit.
Did you make both of yours or just one?
I just made the one, but I still have a little bit left of my first one.
Okay. You
So-
got to get rid of your stickers and put them on the bottom so it's blind.
Every time Jason started a new story, I have been rotating my glasses. I have no idea what's what.
Yeah, I just mixed them up again because I had one that was in a Independent Joe Glen, and I'm pretty certain that was the first one I filled, so I think I knew who it was. So I just poured it into a regular Glen and just mixed them up again. So yeah, this is completely blind. I got both of Jason's concoctions.
Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully they both last.
I don't know. Is anybody else, like we were talking about this, I guess, after our stream, but I'm sorry, that I must not be drinking 2 ounces at a time because that looks like way more than 2 ounces than I'm seeing.
I don't pour
No,
mine.
you shouldn't be drinking 2 ounces at a time. A dram's an ounce and a half. It's right below the hump.
Yeah. Even an ounce of that seems like a lot.
That's a lot of whiskey, bro.
So I'm probably pouring about 3/4 of an ounce to an ounce max when I'm having like some pours here. Because mine are
100%.
never even remotely close to this. I poured this, I was like, holy crap. So definitely not finishing all these. Get a good taste.
I do have to say, Jason, are you going to talk about the new Weller that's supposed to come out?
Yeah, I talked about it last week,
Here.
and
Okay.
and this is all I had to say about it.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
That's awesome.
Oh God.
Oh, Jesus. That's funny.
Wait, Jason, I have something to show you.
What? Did you get it? Oh, you got your single barrel? Picked it up?
OHLQ.
So you keeping it or you're selling it?
I will not be saying that online, but I am definitely not opening it.
All right, I got them blind, boys. I don't have to. I'm not gonna make my first one. I'm not gonna sit here and try to do that.
All right. God, there's a lot of whiskey here.
Yeah, there's a lot of whiskey in here, boys.
I'm looking like, can you see all this? Like,
What did we do here, guys?
look at this, guys. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we made these are. I mean, for 2-ounce samples, these look a lot more than that.
That's what I was saying.
That's
Jeff's trying to kill us.
Gosh, dang it.
That's
Let's
60
see here.
milliliters.
I think Justin's
I mean,
House Suburban Outfitter store is worth mentioning since the original store got a bunch of traction. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. We were gonna bring that up. I think if anybody didn't see the traction that happened at Justin's House Suburban, basically, there was basic admission from Justin's House Suburban. I think they were fined like $3,000. I am. There's nothing to me there that obviously what they did was, a little bit shady, but, they owned up to it. I give them credit for that. I don't think they'll do it again. And I still think Justin's House Suburban is probably still one of the best places to visit in Kentucky. I mean, yeah, for sure.
Ryan's a cool dude, man. Go see Ryan and his team in Lexington or Louisville. Great places to visit.
Ryan is one of the best dudes that, you're going to find in whiskey just in general. He's just so, he's extremely giving when it comes to trying stuff. And he's always been great. And I don't see, there's I think when the original story first hit, I think there were so many different people saying different opinions on what exactly happened. I think we saw the worst of the whiskey community come out and just completely go after them. And while some of the stuff they did was messed up, at the same time, I mean, again, this is what the market has almost driven folks to do, is to because they can make so much money on anything from Buffalo Trace. Now, while it was wrong for them to do it, they owned up to it. They're paying a fine, and story's over. Hopefully, we don't see their name in the news again. But I still love Ryan. I think he's a good dude. So that's all I got to say about that.
So I do think there are two Ryans, because I go to the Louisville store and I say hi to Ryan, and then I drive to the Lexington store, and then Ryan's there and I say hi to him there too.
He does
I
work
think
at both stores, so
I have the theory that they're twins. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, I can get to so I'll just give you a quick update here. They admitted to violations, basically. So they confirmed 2 alcohol violations were related to the national investigation. So they settled a Washington, D.C. case on May 10th by admitting 2 violations related to bookkeeping. The Lexington Herald Leader. In January, officials raided Justin's House Suburban Louisville and its Washington, D.C. warehouse on suspicion of illegal alcohol transportation. Owned by Justin Thompson and Justin Sloan. Yes, there are 2 Justins. And also Philip Lee. They agreed to pay 2 $1,500 fines, so $3,000 in total, like I mentioned, to the Washington, D.C. ABC board for the respective violations. Failure to keep and maintain books and records on premises and interfering with an investigation by failing to produce documents within 48 hours. So while the latest news confirms the settlement, Justin's House of Bourbon is also connected to a regulatory investigation from state officials in Kentucky, Texas, and Pennsylvania. So we'll see what happens there. Basically, Justin's claimed sold Weller bourbons to the liquor shop in Pennsylvania, and I think they also did some stuff in Texas. So we'll see what happens with that. So there you go. If anyone was looking for Topeka Chat says, what about the expensive empty bottle scheme? Nothing in the article mentions that quite yet. So so there's that. Okay, so before we dive in here, guys, let's go to couple new labels I want to show you guys. First one, Jack Daniel's new distillery series. Tennessee whiskey finished in añejo tequila barrels. Agave and oak. What do you think?
Negative for me.
Durell just straight face. Negative. Nope.
I don't do tequila.
Not gonna do it.
Tequila and peat are like my no-goes.
Even if it's Jack Daniel's? No?
Yeah, I can't do tequila. No.
All right.
The blends issue I still think is pending, Kismet. I don't see any at least in that article, I don't see any clarification on that. Oh, check on Whiskey Advocate for the actual story. Yeah, Whiskey Advocate has the actual story on there. There were so many weird stories out there about it, guys, but I think Whiskey Advocate has the most accurate. As soon as Durell heard tequila, he was out the door.
Yeah, no bueno.
I got one for you that I'm pretty excited about. You guys see this one yet? Old Overhaul.
Yes, I did see that one. I'm not excited about the proof though.
Well, that label's probably gonna be altered.
Yeah, that's gonna change. That's just for position only. I don't think that's the actual proof, but cast strength straight rye, Old Overhaul 10-year-old rye whiskey from Beam. I'm definitely looking forward to this. Did you guys get to try what was the release that came out in Ohio? The
114.
114. Were you a fan of that one?
It's okay.
It was all right. It
Yeah.
was okay. I'm with you. I don't think it was anything, great. I'm hoping this one is better, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, now I'm skeptical on the proof, right? 80. I mean, you guys are telling me it's a placeholder. I'm like,
Yeah, I think the proof should get higher than that. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last one, because things have gotten really ridiculous. You ready for this one?
Oh
God.
Single barrel straight rye finished whiskey and toasted American white oak, strawberry brandy, bourbon, vanilla, and bourbon cacao. Oh, jeez, Louise.
Well, I know people locally that have done this pick, by the way.
Have you got a chance to try this?
I'm not a fan of some of these things that come at good times when it comes to the multi-stuff ones.
But have you tried this?
I love the stickers that people come up with, though.
Have you tried this toasted Neapolitan one, though?
I haven't tasted the toasted one. I think I've just tasted the Neapolitan one. But what the hell? It's interesting, guys. I don't know what they're doing to those casks.
Oh Lord!
But it does have one of my favorite stickers.
That's a good call out too. Buffalo Trace is in one of their experimental collections. They're doing a peated bourbon, which I think should be kind of interesting.
Peated bourbon.
Yeah, I mean, but we've seen peated bourbon in the past. But Buffalo Trace does it, and it becomes unicorn farts. So everyone's gonna want to try it. So trying to be too many things all at once, says Flat. Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, these good times things. I don't know. It's like at that point, is it even whiskey anymore? Just
go eat some freaking ice cream.
Why don't you just buy Neapolitan ice cream and pour some rye whiskey on top of it?
I'll probably be a lot better.
Neapolitan barrel is a 5-gallon barrel that acts like a 53, or is that a Napoleon barrel?
Oh shit! Oh god, that was good.
That was good. That's comment of the night. You're not going to beat Matt tonight. Jesus. Oh my God. Is it even?
Sometimes I wish I could live in his head just to hear all that goes through there.
Yeah. Like I just want to. Yeah. I think Matt had a funny comment when I was on Matt Madness, and he goes, he's like, I want to sit down and have a drink with Jason so I can just talk to him and just watch him nod at all the crazy things I'm saying. As Jason in his head is thinking, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Oh man. Yes, I am in the Columbus area in Ohio. Yeah. It's a 60-mile pileup in my head. All right. Let's dive into these guys. You ready?
I'm
Yep.
ready.
All right, let's see who
We're all mixed up.
let's see who blended it best. I'm gonna, you know what? I'll put a sticker on. You know, I'm gonna know by just, you know, the amount in that glass, but I will taste my original blend before I changed it.
God, these
You know, a little bit later on and see how it stacks up. So,
so
all
much
right.
whiskey. Jeez Louise.
So I'm going to make a little bit of a grid here, but so everybody knows we're going to rank these at the end, but you do not get points for where you rank your own blend. So whatever you rank first amongst someone else's blends, that's 3 points. Second place is 2 points, and then you get 1 point for last place.
Oh, what's up, Alex? You're up in Akron, Medina. Nice. All right. I'm going
And then
to
Jason's first blend gets no points too. I'm just gonna still keep track of the points, but no points.
Yeah, no points for my first blend. That's just a bonus blend.
I just wanted to win so I can be like, ha, you didn't submit that one.
Wow, some of these smell really similar on the nose.
So Jason, do you have the link, or do you want me to share that one?
What's that?
Do you have the link to the blends?
I pinned it in the comments, so
Everyone's got that one. All right.
Yep. Please put this towards Mellow Mushroom Pizza delivery. Thanks, Alex.
Man, pizza sounds really good right now. Thanks for that.
I'll fix it down.
Hey guys, do we want to do a separate nosing ranking versus?
Yes.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
So no, Gary mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, but the problem is we're not. Oh well, I guess we could just like say which letters or numbers is our favorite nose, and we could figure it out from there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point, Jason. You're not wrong on that. We'd have to actually mark the glasses now if you had a pen.
Mark them. Just keep them in the order that.
Well, let's do it. Hey, just do the nose. Just do the favorite nose after we do the palette when we know what glass is what.
Yeah, just go from left to right, A, B, C, D, and nose them. Just kind of rank them as your favorite, and then we could rank them as is, and then when we reveal whose is what blend, everything should come into focus with the reveal. So
Yeah.
Okay, that'll work.
All right. Sheboygan, Wisconsin. That's one of my favorite lines from Home Alone. You guys know what I'm talking about? The line in Home Alone when John Candy,
yeah,
when he's in the airport and he goes, like, yeah, we sold about 100 and about 65 copies of that. Oh, here in Chicago, no, Sheboygan. Very big in Sheboygan.
Wait, John Candy was in Home Alone?
Yeah, John Candy's in Home Alone.
Huh?
I'm about to kick you off the stream too for saying.
Wait,
that.
who was he in Home Alone?
He was the part of the polka band.
He gave the mom a ride back to the house. Remember, he was in the polka band. Polka.
God, jeez. Okay.
Polka.
I have been introducing my kids.
Yeah, Deathless Dogs, the Kenosha Kickers, baby.
Yeah, I've been introducing my kids to like movies from this era. So we watched the Three Amigos a couple weeks ago, and then I've had them watch The Great Outdoors, so they do know who John Candy is.
I just watched The Great Outdoors literally last weekend. I watched it with my girlfriend. My girlfriend Kim hadn't seen it in ages. Lips and assholes.
Oh, that poor bear.
Polka.
Yeah, I got a favorite on the nose already.
I think I do too.
I'll taste through them because it might change, but my my C, my third glass, whatever that is pretty nice.
Man. Tell you what, though, on the nose, they all have distinct characteristics. There is a
Agreed.
progression as if we're like walking through the notes of piano, like walking through the keys, but they're all distinct.
Do we need to tell everybody what bottles we're doing again so everybody knows? If they're not, they're jumping on
Yeah,
late.
so if anyone just joined a little bit late, what we did was all four of us blended our own version of, this blend using Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Old Forester 100, Woodford Reserve Double Oak, and Maker's 46. So we basically just utilized different proportions, blended it together. We scaled it up for a 2-ounce pour, and everybody kind of picked their own favorite blend. And then we now we're so it's one of these is mine, one of these is Durell's, one of these is Jeff's, and one of these is Kelsey's. And we're gonna nose them, taste them, rank them, and see who blended it best. Oh, Spaceballs or Uncle Buck? Oh, that's a good. That's
Uncle
a good.
Buck.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. I have to go with
Brooks.
Spaceballs.
I would have to go with Spaceballs by a slight margin.
Oh, Uncle Buck was my shit.
Uncle
Actually,
Buck, Uncle Buck is good, but
it is good.
Comes with the power drill, man. Drills through the door.
Spaceballs, the flamethrower. The kids love this.
Firing of the freaking car.
Comb the desert. What? We ain't found shit.
We ain't found
Oh man. All right. So the first one's pretty good.
So I'm gonna rank the noses here.
I'll
My
tell you
letter-
what, guys.
My letter A, I think, has my favorite nose.
Yeah, C has mine.
Man,
I think they're all pretty good though, right?
we kind of. So this is the interesting thing about folks that are watching. I mean, you could take 4 easy to find bourbons and make. I mean, I think just off the nose, we made 4 completely different profiles right here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
At least on the nose, they all smell entirely different.
So they all smell different, but I actually think they all smell good
Yeah,
as well.
Agreed.
That's the,
yeah. None of them are off.
yeah. Good
seem
job. Good job, fellas, and Jason
Oh
times 2.
shit! Damn.
We seem to be jammed. Raspberry. Only one man will give me the raspberry. Lone Star. And then he closes the mask and the camera hits him. All right, I have my top 2 noses.
That also makes me think of the guy that just made noises between Spaceballs and like the Police Academy series.
Oh, Michael Winslow?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's right. I know his name.
He tried out for America's Got Talent a few years back. Made it a couple rounds
I
deep.
have to give number 3 third and that one 4th. Okay.
All right.
All
I
right.
got my nose order.
I got my nose. I got my nose. Alonso hit a walk-off homer in the 10th. Are you serious? The Mets actually won a game? They suck. I went to the Met game in Cincinnati last weekend, and I literally watched them hit nothing. It was great. It was a really fun game to watch.
Go Reds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to the Cincinnati Yankee game this weekend with my mother.
Nice.
She's a giant Yankee fan, so I'm gonna wear so much Reds gear and piss her off. It's gonna be amazing.
So you're bringing her down here.
Yep, I'm going to Cincy. And I don't know why the game's at like 11 a.m. in the morning. Is there like a church service at the stadium that morning? It's at 11. I think it's because it's a nationally televised game, so they're doing like 11, and then the game I think is like 11:30. So, all right, I'm tasting these. You guys ready? Are you tasting yet?
Yeah, I'm tasting already.
It's time to taste, Jason.
Cheers, guys. This is an awesome idea. Major League or Sandlot? Which is your favorite baseball movie?
Oh,
That's
Major
another
League.
good one.
Oh, I gotta go Sandlot. I can't even
love
hesitate.
Major League, dude.
I love Major
That
League.
was
That was
cool,
my
but-
favorite.
Yeah, Major League was my a joint. Wow.
And the first one is oaky. It's got a nice finish to it. Good balance. Man.
Oh my God, the nose on this one. Holy shit.
I think blending with the Woodford double oak was a lot better than I thought it was on paper.
Really?
Just based off the first sip there. Like I
I
didn't
thought
know
it was
how
going to
that
be
thing
too
was gonna blend.
overpowering.
Dude,
That
That
first
and the
one was
46, though.
Man,
I
think
chose
it's a
that
special
to kind of
syrup.
sweeten up, because I think it's a balanced whiskey as on its own. It is a little sweet, but when you add in rare breed, which most of us I thought were going to probably have that as like a base, you know what I mean? So to add some double oak in there, I thought would have kind of sweetened it up a bit. But
I love the balance of the first one. This second one I'm drinking is an absolute almond balm. Like I hate to take the old Fred Minnick word, but like marzipan, like almond paste, like for days on whichever one this is.
Ooh.
that's what I'm getting on C, is almond, vanilla, oak, sweetness. Like
That's
the nose on C is just.
it's like an almond cookie.
Oh my God, I just want to keep nosing this one. Jesus.
All right, so yeah, the Sandlot. So you have kind of like your different variations here of baseball movies. You have the comedies. They got more of the dramatic ones. Like The Natural, I would put up there as one of my favorite one. I don't really think much beats Field of Dreams though. For me. But as far as like comedy ones, man, Major League Sandlot. If I had to, I would probably pick Sandlot. That movie I watched so much growing up. I love that movie. Nancy Fraley's asking, did you guys find any tails notes on the Woodford? I think in the first one I might have. This second one that I'm trying, it's so like almond cookie. I'm not sure where that's coming from.
So I need an education. What is that?
Yeah.
That's what I was about to ask. Describe, Nancy, what you would consider tails notes being more sweet, I would imagine. I don't know. Let us know, Nancy. Give us an education here.
The second one is just a cookie. I can't even. There's no way around it.
Oh, God. I wonder if that's my 3, dude.
What type of cookie though, Jason?
Like a biscotti cookie, like an Italian almond biscotti cookie.
Dude, you got to be drinking the same one I'm drinking.
So you're like on a Delta Airlines like flight?
Yeah, the Biscoff cookies. Yeah, like but I think it's more like biscotti. It's like, man, that is so almond forward. Like I really like it, but I'm having a hard time getting anything else off of it.
I think that may be what I'm drinking in my glass 3.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
man.
Moneyball's a really good. Moneyball's a really good baseball movie too.
So 3. Oh man.
So tails to me, if I'm thinking tails, I'm thinking bitterness. So I don't know if that's
Okay.
I don't know if that's the right thing I'm thinking about. Sean Dent says, I believe New Riff still had more Silver Grove bottles. I hope you snagged a few during your visit. That stuff is really good at only 4 years old.
Sean, I missed out on those. Darn it.
Oh, man. James Lay, proud of the Yankees, and I hate the Yankees. Yeah, I would put that up there. Trouble with the Curve. I wonder why they dropped 22B before 22A. That's a good question.
Tell you what, first impression
That one?
sipping through these, I am pretty darn happy with all these blends. These are
The
pretty
first
good.
2 are pretty good.
Yeah, the 22B just dropped here.
Jason even made 2 good blends, apparently.
Did you taste that second one yet, Jason?
Wait, what? What do you mean the second one?
The one that you said the almond one.
Yeah, that's what I got on the palate. Was the almond?
Oh, the almond on a palate. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that one's my 3.
So maybe I'm backwards then, because I got like almond all over the nose, but got like a slight citrus with a little bit of like vanilla and almond on the palate. Like not much almond on the palate.
ADHD's chiming in. It says League of Their Own, best baseball movie. I love that movie.
The Meg Ryan
That is a
one?
good one.
So many amazing lines in that movie. I mean,
Oh, yeah. The Madonna one. Come on.
Oh,
yeah, I mean it's Madonna.
Oh, it's not Meg Ryan? Or is she not in there either?
Meg Ryan is not in League of Their
Oh,
Own.
so it's Madonna.
No.
They're both blonde, aren't they?
Yeah, there's no crying in baseball. I mean, one of my favorite lines that doesn't get talked about is when he's on the bus and he kind of comes to after the bus breaks down and the bus driver leaves and the caretaker woman is on the bus and he kisses her. He goes, "By the way, I loved you in The Wizard of Oz." He looked like the Wicked Witch. Oh my god, that killed me.
I am getting
John Lovitz actually might have had some of the best lines in that movie too. So this third one that I'm sipping is very even keel. It's very well blended, but there's nothing like jumping out of the glass here on this one. It's very good. The blend really works well together. I think the best part of it is actually the finish. Has like a nice like drawn out finish, which I like.
That's your third one, right?
So here's the answer from Nancy. Tails of the fuchsia oils, the higher molecular and higher boiling points. They tend to be very oily and make a whiskey taste like flat soda with vegetal and petroleum jelly notes.
Oh, geez.
Interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, I could see the vegetal notes, but I can't say I've gotten any of that so far yet.
Yeah, not on a. That was the double oaked, right? The Woodford she was referencing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys, I don't know about you, but I feel like every Woodford double oak bottle I try or get are very different. I don't think those are consistent bottles at all. I get some that are great and some that are real nasty. So maybe that's what she's referring to. Yep.
I will say the picks have always been better than the shelfers for me that I've had, for sure, by far.
So the third one's solid, but nothing great finish on this one, but nothing super standing out on that one. All right, last one here.
We did talk about that just a little bit when we were picking these bottles, but
the nose on this
when
one.
it comes to the Old Forester and the rare breed, are we tasting the same thing? We actually don't entirely know.
Yeah. Yep.
But we are tasting some very good blends. So
Ooh.
I think we're got to be in the same ballpark here.
I am guessing that the fourth one is Kelsey's because it just tastes like turkey. I get a lot of citrus but it's almost a sweeter turkey. So maybe the blend has kind of helped those sweeter notes come out a little bit. Ron Miles. Hey, what's up, Ron? Ron Miles from Bardstown Bourbon Company. What's going on, man? Nice to see you. It's got to be hard to create a consistent finish shelf bottle. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You never know what you're going to get with that one. Yeah, Woodford picks are actually all blends, not true single barrels, which is very true, Jeff. I still have people kind of getting on me for putting this bottle up because this is a bottle that we wish we had.
Oh, jeez.
You got excited for a second there, didn't you?
I mean, how does that not exist at this point?
I know. I'm gonna try to I have been creating some fake bottles that I wish were real, which you'll see in upcoming live streams. But this was the first one I made. Woodford Reserve Double Oak Cast Strength. I got 15 messages the next night. Were like, "You asshole! I thought that was a real thing." I'm like, it should be, but would that double oak be good at cast strength? You never know how those could turn out.
So they're banking that they don't like it at that cast strength, right? But Makers has always also said, "Oh, our whiskey tastes way worse when it's aged." It's like, no, it doesn't.
It's hard to tell. But it's hard to tell with Woodford because they're so hyper, focused on everything at 90.4 proof. Is it just because they want to stay with tradition, or does it taste bad at cast strength? We don't really know.
Okay. Let's say it tastes bad at cast strength. It probably tastes amazing at 110. Give me an in-between point, right? There's something in between there that tastes awesome.
the worst teas of all time. That's just wrong, Jason. BCBP rye, that could be one of the ones I'm working on, Cushman. I'm just saying. But it's just fun to design the bottles and see what I would think they look like.
Wait, that's actually a good point. ECBP rye.
Yeah, cast
Is
strength.
there a Heaven Hill cast strength rye?
Well, the closest is Pikesville at 110, but it's
At
not
110.
considered. It's not considered cast strength though. All right, so I like 4. Sweet and citrusy, but it's missing on the finish for me. So guys, just a quick shout out to all 3 of you here because all these are really good blends. I'm just saying. I think
Right?
we did good,
This is
boys.
hard.
And if you guys have not subscribed yet to Hello Again Whiskey Friends, the link is in the description of the video. They are getting close to 1,000 subs, so if you have not subscribed, help them get there. And let's do it. Let's do it for them.
Oh, we're working hard for it, Jason, man. We're doing 4 videos a week. If you want some whiskey reviews and some commentary.
I thought that
Content,
the
man,
Neapolitan
forever.
bottles. I thought the Neapolitan bottle was one of your fake bottles. I wish
wish
that
it
was
was.
fake.
It's not. Man, some of the
ECBP
stickers
rye.
that I've seen on the Neapolitan guys, oh my gosh.
ECBP Rye just announced they dropped their age statement. That's ADHD whiskey.
Has that dropped near you, the B batch yet, Jason?
That's the best.
No, not yet. Haven't seen it yet. I do want to taste that, and there's going to be a lot of chase for it because of the weird, the first year that they dropped the 12-year age statement on it. But as I mentioned last week, guys, if you go through the course of history, Elijah Craig, but between them and Wild Turkey, I don't think there's 2 distilleries that have changed their labels more. Heaven Hill has a track record for removing age statements, adding them back on. I mean, you could add Jim Beam in that, context as well. When the 12-year Elijah Craig went to the back of the label rather than the front, I remember when everybody freaked out because of that. There's a lot of different reasons that stuff happens. It's because of, just inventory, what they have, what they're able to blend, future projections play a big part in bourbon and what they have, what they're aging, what that looks like. So if they have to scale back in some facets, then that's what they're going to do. I mean, would you rather have a 12-year-old whiskey all the time or no whiskey at all? I mean, pick your poison. Remember, Bernie Lover says, well, you still want bourbon to drink, don't you? So if we have to flex an age statement here or there, that's what's going to happen. So there you go.
Do you think that has to do with as many of the single barrel picks that they've been doing having that much of an effect on their being able to blend that much?
I don't think so. I think it's honestly I think it has more to do with flexibility with what they can blend and what they can't blend as far as different age barrels. I will say I would not be surprised if we see another price increase on it sooner than later. And I don't know anything offhand. I'm just saying, you start reading the tea leaves when some of this shit happens. I could see a price increase coming for ECBP because now you have flexibility to use high age blends, or you have flexibility to use low ages. It could be a massive flux now of what you can use inside that barrel if you drop an age statement. So, I mean, we could see something in there that has 16-year in it. I mean, you never know. You never know what you could put in it. When you drop an age statement, it's free reign. So I feel like we're going to see a price increase again soon, unfortunately.
I just need them to bring me back to the pirate days. That's all I need.
EC changes their whiskey. Turkey just hires some new graphic designer on Fiverr every 3 weeks. Yeah, I mean, Turkey changes their labels and their bottle designs a good amount. I mean, haven't seen a change in a little bit, but if they change their bottle again next week, I wouldn't be surprised. Outside the Star, the ECB Patch B is here in Wisconsin. Yeah, dude, email me if you find an extra one. Let me know. All right, you guys, how are you doing on? So I'm also rating finish too. You guys rating finish at all?
Yeah.
I have it in my notes. I haven't rated them from first to last, but I kind of know which ones have the best finish already. It's the last 3 for me.
Damn. I'm really digging this first one a lot. It's not super punchy, but the mid palate and the finish on this first one is awesome. Second one. Second one is the almond cookie bomb. Holy crap.
So we said nose and palate. Do you want to add finish to that?
I mean, you could just, I think just do what Durell did, just kind of add finish to the palate. I mean, I think it's part of it.
Excuse me. Yeah, your 2 has to be my third one.
3, I think is the most punchy. Well, it's not punchy, but it's the most solid, I think, as far as where the blend is at. I think it's got, but there's nothing standing out. It's a little bit drying. I would actually probably, where's that one going to go?
Man, this is tough.
This is a lot tougher than I thought it would be.
Exclude my first 2. Makes it
So
way up again.
my first 2 here, I think are 1 and 2, but I don't know which one I want to give 1 or 2 yet.
Oh, yeah, first 2 are first and second, you think?
So so whatever this first one is and this almond cookie bomb one are my 2 favorites, I think. Let's see here. Whiskey Blender says, "Oh my God, it's so difficult to accurately forecast ages in such a model when it's popular whiskey." Jason is right on the flexibility issue. It's always a moving target. Yeah, exactly. It's just one of those things. I do think, like Heaven Hill could totally do this, right, guys? Like, listen, you could be like, all right, we're dropping the H statement, but the first few releases we do with this no H statement, we can let's bring out a couple that have a 13-year, 12-year,
Well, that's the next one.
Well, this one coming out is 11 years, 7 months, right? The B?
5, I think.
Well, I heard
11.5.
I heard C was 13 years, right?
C, I did hear was 13.
Okay, so C13, maybe the next few are that higher age, and then all of a sudden the price increase comes, and then the next releases after that are 8, 9 years.
He's pretty.
I would not if that happened, I would not be surprised. But again, people have to realize Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is small batch. So even though it may say 8 year, remember the youngest whiskey in the blend always has to be on the bottle. So if you're going to do an age statement, so even if it says 8 or 9 year on it, there could be higher age stuff in the blend. You just,
So this is like a Remus Reserve situation where it's 14 year, 13 year. Oh, now it's 8 year.
Exactly. I think that's exactly what's going to happen with Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. What if HA starts dropping high AGV stuff and it vanishes like old Fitz? I think it's too much of a cash cow for them. I don't think they would ever do it. I think they know that folks, people love the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof batches. It's part of their tour. I don't see that ever going away, at least anytime soon. But all these 12-year age statements already had older juice in them. If they do like it old Fits where the price fluctuates, I'd be cool with that. I agree too. It's just going to be how much it fluctuates. That's going to be the question as we go down the line.
Yeah.
All right. So 1 and 2, I got to pick which one I like best here.
All right. So I'm down to 3. And I'm just going to rearrange these and come up with a number 1.
This second one, I'm really getting the Old Forester in this one. It's starting to. I'm getting the almond, but I'm getting the banana starting to show a little bit. Are these changing for you guys as they sit? Because they are for me.
A little bit, yeah. I think there's some certain notes that are more prominent now that weren't there to begin with, for sure.
The fact that you challenged me on the finish is making me rethink things. The thing that is very interesting about the flight that I have going on, my first place one is the one that I'm not drinking. I just think this one's the best.
It's not my extra one, is it?
I don't know. But whatever is in first place, it's gotten to the point where I'm not even competing anymore. Like that's why I'm not drinking it. So it's the one that has the most, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
I
that
have
makes
my
sense.
ranking. I have my ranking on nose, and I have my ranking on palate. I think I might want to give this just a couple more minutes, taste them through one more time, and see what that final looks like. How are you guys? Are you guys kind of locked in yet?
I'm getting close. I've got the first three. I'm debating on the last two.
Yeah, I'm probably good in 5 minutes. I'm just doing a top 3 right here to see which one wins. I got my bottom 2. And
I think my top 2 are locked in.
shit, I don't know if I want to look at. No, I don't want to look at what my bottom 2 are yet.
As long as they don't screw with Rare Breed in 1920, I'm good. All right, so actually, I want to bring up a topic that that Hello Again Whiskey Friends just recently did a video on. I'm actually working with Jim Vorel over at Pace Magazine to do kind of a podcast style video on this subject as well. And this talks about sourced whiskey versus heritage whiskey, and where we are in today's market when it comes to that. Obviously, the market is saturated with sourced whiskey, and while sourced whiskey, sourced bourbons were kind of a dirty word maybe 5-6 years ago, this year they're as prominent as ever in today's market. I still get comments on videos about, like, I just feel like whenever I do, like, especially when I do a 4-gate review, I always get feedback on it. Like, I'm not paying $200 for 7 or 8 year old whiskey finished. That's finished. Why does it seem like you have changed your opinion from source whiskeys maybe a few years ago to where you are now with source whiskeys? And I definitely had to kind of sit back and ask myself. And I think it really has to do with not only and we talked about creativity, earlier on with distillers and what they have to do to create stuff. I think you could source whiskey and do stuff with it that's creative, that makes you stand out, or you can source whiskey, throw it in a bottle, put a $70 to $80 price tag on it, and sell it under a new label. If I had to break it down as far as source whiskeys go, I think those are the ones that may bother me more because there's so many of those, rather than the ones that are either doing like a specific blending, finishing, working with cooperages to make them stand out. But I understand the price point issue as well. But I don't think people realize that source whiskeys will never be able to compete with heritage distillers in pricing. It's just not going to happen. It costs too much to get barrels. It costs too much to get finishing barrels and do everything else in between. Than rather you're just making it yourself. Case in point, look at Bardstown Bourbon Company. I think is a great example because they started as sourcing and doing some of those bottles, and yeah, they were pricey at first. I think some of the collabs are definitely still pricey because they're spending a lot of money on getting those barrels. But the Origin series, if you look at it, where it's their own stuff, and those prices are extremely reasonable for the quality of whiskey you're getting, I think it kind of shows you that balance. So just to kind of get your guys' feedback, and since you guys did the video, what are your kind of your opinions between source whiskey and heritage distiller whiskey right now in today's market?
I don't care as long as you price it right, I guess.
So what's price right though? Because I know you like some 4-gates, but you've had some great Nashville Bourbon Company bourbons that are what, $70-$80 versus $200 from 4-gate versus $200 from Old Carter. So what's the balance there? And I think that's the question that people ask all the time. Why am I paying $200 for this when I can get it for $70 or $80 on this side? Is it the name recognition? Is it an equity that's built up in the brand that you're buying and spending the money on? I think that's a big part of it as well.
The equity is a big part of that. When we talk about that, it's like when you disappoint me, then I write you off after that. So if we go back to like some releases here, ooh, what's the one I could think of? Oh man, Kelsey, jump in on this one.
Jeff just, I have never seen a louder brain fart than that right there. That just
I could touch
It's like his brain imploded. Go
that's
ahead,
the
Durell.
loudest. That's the loudest brain fart I've ever heard in my life.
No,
Go
that's
ahead,
fine.
Durell.
No, for
Wait,
me,
hold on a second, Ron. In the chat, can I show this on stream, Ron? I just want to ask you, or is this top secret, or can I show this, Ron?
Jeff Hockey had to pee.
Maybe that's why he was thinking about peeing and not the question. All right, what do you guys think?
I will say that, like, for me, brand equity is a big thing. But I also think, too, you know, before we started this channel, I said some of the exact same things that those people were saying to you. But I also think as a reviewer, there are things that you're going to purchase simply for the fact of reviewing it and having an opinion about it. But at the same time, there are also bottles that you're going to buy because you have equity in the brand, and you trust the people and you meet the people that are doing the things that are making these brands. And so it becomes an issue for me. There's some brands that I have really, really high equity in, and because I know the people that are blending them or picking them more than I did when I first started. And so my opinion about those particular bottles or brands have changed a lot. Fourgate's one of them. NBC's another one. Barrel King's another one.
Yep.
So I think it has a lot to do with the brand equity, like what you're saying, but also everybody's, how do I put this? Everybody's financially in a different place than everybody else is. We all have that ability to make that choice about, is this a smart decision for me to make at this point financially or whatever else? And that does shape your view and your lens and what you look through when you're viewing these bottles. So I don't think it's cut and dry. I don't think it's black and white. I think that there's a lot of gray in the middle, and it all depends on a few of those things, whether it be brand equity, financial situation, but also if it's good whiskey, it's good whiskey as well. I mean, there's some whiskey that I have tasted this year that I've been blown away with that's been 5 years old that I've paid over $100 for.
Yep.
And I would pay over $100 for a 5-year whiskey that tastes like that, simply because the whiskey is good. And if it's good whiskey, it's good whiskey. So it's just your opinion on what lens you're looking through as you're making those choices.
So it's got to be good, age blend, source versus distillery, etc. Don't matter if it's damn good whiskey. I think that's where I kind of fall in. If it's good, it's good. I think, you're going to, every single different distiller or sourcer is going to have different price points. It's just, it is what it is. Let's see here. There's no, I'm never a fan of an NDP buying a barrel from Indiana, bottling it without doing anything else and selling it for $95. Yeah, I think that's where the line is for me, to be honest. But I will say this. If it's a damn good barrel, because, again, barrels fluctuate. Nashville Bourbon Company is a really good example of that.
Yeah.
I've had 4 to 5 year old MGP bourbons that are, not great, $70, $80. But some of those Nashville Barrel Company picks, I mean, case in point, the Swag Junior that 88 whiskey did, Matt did with Stuff and Whiskey, that is one of the best picks from Nashville Bourbon Company I've had ever. So I really think, again, it depends on the barrel, where you're getting it from, and what you're tasting. And I totally get the point about finances. People are in different places. They're in different parts of their life where they're able to spend a lot more on bourbon than others. And if that's the case, then you're not wrong to just stick with Evan Williams bottled and bombed or whatever it may be.
That's where I have a hard problem with it, Jason. I
do agree with the transparency, though. I think, but again, transparency is only as good as your NDA. If you have to sign an NDA, then you're just not going to get the transparency. So, all right. So go ahead, Jeff.
No, but I've had some Nashville that are 6-year, 7-year, 8-year. The quality of those has been so inconsistent.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I mean. It's yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think when if you're money conscious and you know the brands you like, I think this is where the equity part comes in. If you know what you're getting from a specific brand, generally you're probably going to like it. However, if you are as anything with single barrels, don't just buy it because it's there. I always say if you have a chance to try a single barrel, I get questions all the time. Hey, I just ran into this single barrel at Total Wine, or I just ran into this single barrel at whatever. Should I buy it? I'm like, it's a single barrel. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, dude. You should see if you could try it before you buy it. It's not set in stone. I can't tell you what it's going to look like. Let's see. Love transparency. Yeah. That dude from K-Luke, although he said it was named after his kids, I thought, what the fuck? So again, that's another brand that the guy knows how to blend his ass off, but because of NDAs, he can't say where it's from. And unfortunately, that's the legality of things. So I'm going to show you guys a picture that Ron Miles sent to me from Bardstown Bourbon Company. Let me solo this here. Check that out. Bardstown Bourbon Company is starting to roll out some single barrels, boys.
Sweet.
Oh shit!
Look at that. That's a pretty label too. The white and the gold. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me it. That's awesome. So, again, talking about single barrels, you guys can, take a, kind of pay attention to that as well. But, all right, I'm going to taste these once more through, and then let's rank them.
All right.
I got mine lined up in my ranking.
I'm good, too.
I'm not sure what is what, but I'll say then none of them are bad. I wouldn't mind having any of these blends on my bar.
I might switch A and B here. B is... Every time I go back to B, it's really good.
Is that your almond one?
That's the almond one. I'm a sucker for a good biscotti cookie.
That's my first place. Well, I don't know if it's the same, obviously, sample, but I'm getting similar notes.
I don't know. It's like A and B are like 1A, 1B. Every time I go back to A, I get something different. B, I think I'm going to stick with my ranking, but 1 and 2 are close, man. I don't know which one I like more from these two blends.
All right, so we're gonna rank on a nose, palate, and finish, right?
You could just couple.
Yeah, I'm staying with my ranking.
Palate. Freaking the best one and nose.
All right, Thurston Howell III. He says land the plane.
Nose and palate.
One of our final descent. Here we go.
Captain was turned on the set fasten seatbelt.
Devin, yes, I am planning on being at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival in September. Yes. Hey, what's up, Henry Turner? Nice to see you, man. All right.
Cheers, Henry.
All right, Jeffrey. You call it out. How do you want to do this?
All right, let's go through the ranking. We're going to go through nose first.
Okay.
All right, let's start with Durell.
So my shit. So it's kind of screwed up right now. Because I labeled them on the bottom, right? So
yeah,
the descent is a little bit bumpy. Just saying already.
I picked the nose when they were all in order. Then I chose 3, like my top 3, which I don't know which samples they were. So I know
you moved the glasses around?
Yeah, for my top 3. So number 3 is my favorite by the nose.
All right.
I thought was my first place anyway, but I can kind of reverse engineer and go backwards from fifth to last and see which one is number 3. But number 3, in a sense, we'll just say that.
All right, just say yeah.
And we'll
say
figure
number
out which
3.
one
Okay.
is number 3 at the end.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, it keeps it simple. And that was
Okay.
the almond one for me. Was like the nose.
We have turbulence.
I stayed on camera though.
I love this chat so much. All right.
Kelsey,
Okay. Mine is. Are we doing letters or numbers?
whatever order you have. So just say 1, 2, 3, whatever.
Number 3 is my favorite on the nose as well.
Then we'll just disclose what it is because obviously we
Yep.
don't know yet.
Okay, for me, my favorite nose was number 1 or letter A, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want the full rankings, like the second place, third, or fourth, or you just want your favorite?
Just
You know,
top, right?
for the nose, let's choose the top.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. What was your
All right.
favorite, Jeff?
For my top, I'm going to go with a number 2.
Okay.
We'll see there.
All right. Oh, this is going to be so good. All right, here we go.
The reveal is what everybody's waiting for.
I know, everyone wants to reveal.
It's like, who won? Who won? I
All
got
right.
2 of Jason's in here, man. So you got a better shot than us.
Durell, just give me your favorite order.
Favorite? I have them. Oh, shit. Okay. So from first to last or last? No, let's go last.
First to last.
That means I got to disclose what they are. It's literally because I don't know what they are. I mix them up.
Well, what are your letters right now?
They're on the bottom. I can't tell because it's blind. So I can.
Well, it doesn't matter, though, because we don't know what it...
Yeah, but he moved the glasses around, which is what he shouldn't have done. That's what he did. So when he stayed at mine stayed, and I ranked them
Tell you I
based
got a
on that.
reveal. Put it
But
that way.
he moved all his glasses around.
Yeah. Because I had to do another blind.
So just skip Durell. We'll go to Kelsey. What do you got?
He's always making things hard for us. Okay. Mine is, you want to do numbers or letters?
Numbers.
Okay. 3, 1,
3,
4, 2, 5.
3, 1, 4, 2, 5, Jeff.
Okay.
Matt says this is my favorite. Swear to God.
I didn't get DQ.
You should have said, nobody move your glasses.
I had to reblind them. So I
The descent is not looking good. We're going down. We're going down, Goose, to Jeff.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
It's gonna make it more interesting because I'm gonna reveal.
All right,
from
here's
last to first
mine.
and
Here's mine.
I know what they are.
I'm gonna go with. So this is from least favorite to favorite. All right.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm sorry. No, don't do that. Hold on a second.
DQ.
I was doing notes, not what I ranked them. So, from least is, so let's go 3, 4, 2, 1. 3, 4, 2, 1 for me.
All right. Can you start back over because I have 2 2s for you.
3, 4, 2, 1.
3, 4, 2, 1 is my ranking. Yep.
I also end up
3,
going 1 instead of
4.
2, huh?
2 1. All right.
Was there a niner in there?
Well, some of us have your extra blend in here, so I gotta make.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't have the extra blend in here, so I mean whatever.
All right, Durell, what's your ranking?
So I can reveal. I'm gonna have to reveal in order.
You're gonna have to reveal it.
So number 5 was. Fuck me.
Is it yours?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's so bad. I don't even want gonna reveal the rest. What the hell? So me, Jeff, Jason's second one. So your true blend. Kelsey. God damn it. I sign off. Jason.
So Jason was number 1.
Yeah. But oh no. So that was the one that he had originally.
So
Jason.
Jason's extra was number 1.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
the first blend.
No, Jason's extra was number 3.
3, but his original blend was number 1.
Yeah, Kelsey's was technically number 2 / number 1 if we're not putting his other one.
Which was, and I think Kelsey and I had like a really similar blend on that, which is funny. So
Yeah.
Damn, so you're not tasting, or you're not nosing the almond that I'm getting, because this one's not in your blind, which is
No,
kinda
it's
crazy.
not.
I got almond all over.
yeah, so I don't. So whatever this number 2 is for me, I'm getting a complete almond bomb on it, and my original blend is not in my blind. So something else is very almondy to me.
Damn, how did I come in last? That sucks, and I had to reveal it at 5. Sorry, no. That's the worst. I thought mine was good going in prior. Dang
Walk
it.
me through it one more time, though. What's your ranking, Durell?
So me last.
Yeah.
You 4th. Jason's like final blend, 3rd, and technically Kelsey 1st. But Jason's other one was better than that for me. His first blend.
So Jason's original blend is the winner?
Yeah, for me. Yep.
Yep.
It's pretty damn good.
Yep.
Not gonna lie.
It is a good blend, but I didn't want to do something that was so close to Kelsey's if that was the case. But you know, it is what it is. All right. Who's next? Who's next, Jeff?
Kelsey.
All right. You may go last to first or first to last.
Last to first.
All right. So last place for me was Jason's second blend. Next place was mine.
Oh shit! I'm moving up the rankings, guys.
Whoa.
Next place was Jeff's.
Oh shit! I'm doing all right.
Oh.
Durell came in second,
Damn. Almost.
and then Jason's
His original, right?
original blend won.
Dude.
Yes.
Yeah, you switched.
Why did you doubt the original blend, Jason? Come on.
It's not that I doubted it. I don't know. I just felt like it was.
It's damn good, bro. It's really, really good.
It is a good blend.
It is really, really good. We were like so close together on our mindset too on those. It's funny.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I just wanted to submit something different. So.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, Jason, what's your order?
All right. So 4th place was letter C, and this one was Durell's.
Screw you.
Durell, you're not in first, by the way.
Third place was the one that I thought was Kelsey's because it was very turkey. Let's see if it is. It is Kelsey's. Second place for me is actually second place was Jeff's, and my first place was mine, which is not surprising.
Jeez.
Yeah, my first place was mine, which is not
You
surprising
better not have his as first place.
because I made it.
All right. So I have no idea here. So
All right,
I
so
will include
What do you got?
Jason's originalness. So my last place is Durell.
Damn.
Sorry.
Number 6 goes down again.
Sorry,
I
Durell.
got a second place though. That averages out to
Okay.
last.
Apologies, Durell.
Dang it.
All right.
Not bad.
JA. So Jason's original blend is my second to last.
The original blend, really? Okay.
So
All right.
I didn't like that one.
Wow.
See, Shauna knows what's up.
All right. My next one is mine. Darn it.
Oh God.
Next
Come on,
one's
Jason.
Kelsey.
Damn it! It's another Jason's pick. Come on.
Yeah, I know. So my first place is Jason number 2. Jason.
Mom, the meatloaf.
Yeah, but you're the only one that got a second chance at this. So asterisk.
I know. I'll concede the loss, but it's just funny that, you know, between my original blend and my second blend, all of you picked one of them first.
That's pretty much what happened.
Jason wins.
Yeah.
Oh, dual
yeah.
rules.
You know,
Jeez.
So-
Jeff, we might have to
As I add these points up, Jason did come in first place.
God.
Kelsey and I tied, and Durell created.
Hey,
He
I dig-
made something that none of us want to drink again.
Oh my God.
damn it! I thought. See, I wish I took my second shot because I had a second one too, which was, in my
Worse.
opinion, slightly better.
Well, Jason,
We'll never
Jason,
know.
you kicked our asses, and you better bring this momentum into Friday, buddy.
I'm gonna try, man. I appreciate you guys keeping me confident here. So, Jason, you can't concede the loss, and one guy in the stream was the Charlotte Hornets of bourbon blending.
Wait, what? Who said that? Highlight.
Not only Joe Weininger. Not only does Jason know what he likes, but he knows what everyone else likes better than they do. Left my ass off.
I'll remember that name, Joe.
I'll just say this. That if Matt ADHD Whiskey was in this, he'd kick all our asses. So
Shit, we got something fun coming up with Matt soon.
yeah, can't wait to see that. All right, guys. So before we sign off, real quick, if you have not yet checked out Hello Again Whiskey Friends, please do. They're putting out a lot of great content. So definitely subscribe to them. I have the link in the description. If you guys have any of these proportions that you have played with tonight and tried out, please let us know in the comments of the live stream. I do want to thank Jeff and Kelsey and Durell for. I mean, they're the brainchild behind this, guys. They came up with the idea. It was an awesome idea. I think the ranking at the end was a little bit, rough, but hey, we worked our way through because the plane landing was a little bit rough, but hey, I ended up landing the plane and winning, so I'm happy with it. So I want to say cheers to you guys. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you guys real soon. And as I always say, it's not about the whiskey. It's the people you share with. Go check out Women of Whiskeys live right now. And I'll see you guys next week right here on the Master and Drum. Cheers, everybody.
See you guys.
Cheers, everybody.